for today's cup of coffee
Cup of coffee.
is a disturbing story. Highly. And it's gross. So, if you have a weak stomach, weak constitution, you'll probably want to skip this.
Yeah, this is definitely not a morning cup. So we'll see you of the evening around like 5.
After you've woke up a little bit.
Yeah, we'll see you around 5.
And it's like, this weekend, I had worked so hard to make sure that I could have weekend to rest before holiday week and everything. And everything went sideways. Because this is our life. And what you're seeing, this beautiful little face. Beautiful little face.
It's
Look at that
adorable.
little face.
It's a very happy, most of the time happy.
This is
face.
our little Milo.
It is.
And we're actually asking you all for help because our buddy, this morning I woke up and literally was going back through for my second cup of coffee. It's always when I go through trying to get a cup of coffee that stuff goes sideways. But at least the universe allowed me to have the first cup.
Yeah.
And he walked past me, and I noticed something wet on his back, the lower part of his back. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And I mean, it was nasty looking. I honestly thought one of the other cats had shat on him. I really did. And I go in there and wake Kid up, and I'm like, hey, come here. Look at this. And so, because he is the vet tech. And so God love him, he was able to do this. He goes in there, he gets a wet paper towel, and he starts wiping, and it's like, it was infection. And it's like, what the hell has happened?
Yeah.
So
the smell.
it was, because it was there near his spine, and it was like, oh God, the first thing you're thinking cerebrospinal fluid. But then you're going, no, because that's clear.
Mm-hmm. And why would it be pouring out like that?
Right. And so we call around, and because it was the weekend, our vet they suggested someplace that's like 2 hours from us.
Yeah, who does that?
And so there was, it was Virginia Highlands Animal Clinic, I think is the name of it, the actual place that we got him, which is about 45 minutes from us. And they were open today.
Yeah.
And they're like, can you be here by 10:40? And it's like, yes. We got there at 10:20 or something like that. And they, had shaved
Ain't
him.
that some shit, though?
Yeah. They shaved the area and stuff, and we have no idea what attacked him.
Yeah.
I think it's a Chupacabra.
I mean, you really can't tell because of that bite.
Right.
But something obviously bit him.
And it's like, the way the puncture wounds are, nobody knows. The vet couldn't figure out what the hell could have bitten him.
Nope.
And so she was wonderful. And I should have gotten her name out. No, I don't remember it right now, but she was just wonderful. And she explained with cats that any kind of wound is like an iceberg because there's always more underneath. And so what had happened, he obviously had been bitten a couple of days ago, and we didn't know it. He wasn't showing any signs of anything. Even this morning, he wasn't showing any signs of weakness. He was still able to eat. He was able to drink and meow and everything like that. He was just oozing. And so what had happened was that where he had been bitten, an abscess had developed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, we have no idea. So if you can identify this, if you kind of sort of think you might know what kind of an animal, because the puncture wounds are large.
They are. I mean, they're large, and they're close together.
Right. With no other...
A snake couldn't have bit him in this area during this time of year.
Right. And I mean, there were some other smaller teeth marks, and you'll have to, get yourself
here
really
he
close
is.
to your screen.
He has come into the video.
But nothing else really broke the skin except in that area. Mm-hmm. I think it's a damn chupacabra.
I do too.
And,
I don't know what happened.
But God
this is some
loved
scary
him.
shit.
It was really scary shit, and especially for it to be that close to his spine.
Yeah.
And so she gave him antibiotics, gave him pain meds. We've got oral antibiotics and oral pain meds to give him over the next several days. He was running a fever.
He was.
And so we will call our regular vet Monday or Tuesday and explain the situation to him. May take him in to just have another look to make sure that something else isn't, with holiday coming
And maybe
up.
he's seen something before. Maybe, who knows? Maybe he has gotten a similar case to this while the other lady has not.
Right.
So.
But this was just weird. For the puncture wounds,
It's an X-file.
to be, it is an X-file, to be that close together without any other, if it had been another cat, there's got to be space in between where the fangs are.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
It really is. Sometimes I think that one hole is a little bit bigger because it's already healed halfway over.
It may have, but obviously he had been bitten a few days prior, because that type of infection doesn't occur overnight.
But we didn't see blood on him. We didn't see anything.
So
It's literally like this almost happened overnight.
but it didn't.
Yeah.
It couldn't have.
Because, he didn't act any different.
Didn't let us know that he was wounded in any way.
No indication on his fur that he was
No,
bitten.
there was no blood on his fur. It's just
It's an X-file.
weird.
It's an X-file.
So that's why we're showing you all, because we know that a lot of you all have pets and might be able to identify. It's like, oh, this was this was it. It wasn't a rodent, because the puncture wounds are round. If it had been a rodent, it would have been elongated. It would have been flattened.
Yeah. It wouldn't have been that big and round.
But like I
for real,
said,
it's like a fucking... You took a pencil and just jabbed him.
Yeah.
Almost.
yeah, it's weird. But at least he isn't. The antibiotics have already, we've gotten to do wound care on him for several days and stuff, but the antibiotics have calmed down a lot of stuff. And again, just very, very grateful to the veterinarian clinic there, that they were wonderful.
It's a blessing that they're open on Saturdays.
Yeah, it was. And my God, as far as the price that God had made a way, I had the money to pay for it. I don't even want to think what would have happened if I had not had the money to pay for it today.
Yeah.
Because I would have been panicked. Totally, completely. Because this is one of our babies.
This is.
And, look at that face. Look at that face.
The little face.
But our adventure today didn't stop there.
No.
As we were coming home, we were maybe 3 miles from home, and going through a little community, and we see this man, then we see a bicycle, and we see little man on the road. And it's like,
Yep.
oh God, did he wreck? What?
Is his head flattened?
And it was one of those to
He sits up.
go up a little way, pull around, pull on the side of the road, and it's like, do you need us to call 911?
Yeah.
And so he claimed that he had already had a fractured foot, and that something had happened, that he had wrecked on the bicycle, whatever it was, and he asked us to take him to a local store, which we did. Because I told Kid, I said, if we had just passed him by and then had later heard of somebody that had wrecked on their bicycle being hit and hurt or killed or something like that, how would we have felt? Could we have lived with ourselves?
Right.
No, not easily.
No.
And Omega is like, oh yeah, I know him. I know
and he's
him.
a drunk.
He has an alcohol issue. Because he's like, yeah, I've given him rides before, and I'm like, yeah, well. And that's okay because we took the gentleman where he needed to go. He didn't ask us to wait or anything like that. We just dropped him off at the store, and then we finally came home. And by that point, we're so escalated. It's like, just coffee. Just let, coffee and let me sit down just a minute. Just a minute.
Yep. Been a day.
So, but yeah, if seriously, if somebody can identify what could have made this wound, what bit the cat's ass? That's what
Please.
we're asking. What bit his ass?
Please, because this is now for real. This is legit an X-File because we have no idea. Because what animal's fangs or teeth is that sharp and pointy and close together?
Right. I think it was a chupacabra. That's the only conclusion I can
I'm
come
like,
to.
it's
Is a
either a
damn
raccoon
chupacabra.
or a possum. What
See,
possum bit your ass, dude?
anything else, there would have been more than two. What would have been, what canine fangs, whatever, would have been that close together?
Well, there's other little bite marks around it, sort of.
Yeah, but those are the two that pierced.
I don't know.
We can't figure it out.
A goat sucker.
I'm telling you, it was a chupacabra. It truly was
The
chupacabra.
goat sucker got him and was like, "Oh, this ain't goat."
But, prayers for Milo, if you would.
Please.
Yeah.
Let him have a smooth healing process.
Yeah. He's not, he doesn't appear to be hurting.
Yeah, no, he's still happy.
It's like he's not going outside for a while. He's not even acted like he wanted to go outside.
Yeah, no.
So.
He's enjoying the attention.
Yeah. Well, he always has. He's been the jester all along.
Maybe he gets himself hurt so he can get attention.
I don't think so.
Extra
I
attention.
don't think so.
You attention whore.
Final thoughts on this one, kid?
Like Mama said, prayers for the baby.
Yeah.
Prayers for the little Milo.
Yeah. It's just incredible. But grateful. Yeah, through all of it, it was a matter of grateful that they were able to see him today, that they were kind, grateful that this wasn't as bad as it could have been, that we were able to bring him home, that I had the money to pay the lady, that it wasn't something that was debilitating or deadly. Just all of it, gratitude.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
Yep.
So,
Once in a while, you'll get the smell of that mixed with mothballs.
The mothballs. That was an attempt to
I didn't
try
want
to
the house
deter,
smelling like old lady.
try to deter some of the other cats from going in youngest kid's closet and peeing.
Because some of them like to try to do that.
And we don't know why. And I thought, okay,
I have to clean it up every single time and disinfect that shit. And I just painted those walls.
Right. But it's a matter of, okay, well, let's deter them. So, mothballs. And it worked for a day or two. I don't mind the smell of the mothballs. I really don't.
It smells like old people home.
It does smell like old people home, but it's okay. Maybe it's just familiar. It smells from my childhood.
So it's a comforting smell for you?
Well, cat pee certainly does not comfort me.
No, but I try my best to clean it up every single time so it doesn't smell. Because who wants that shit in?
Nobody wants it. It's just nasty.
And they're
it's
litter
like
trained.
When you have animals, you have animals.
But the thing is, they are litter trained. There is no excuse for them to be doing that unless it's just spiteful.
It's where there are so many of them and it's cold and they try to come in and it's just ridiculous. And we do the best that we can with each and every one of them. We never wanted this many cats.
Houses, glorified litter boxes.
Yeah.
That's like Ozzy's mansion.
Yeah.
Ozzy's and Sharon's mansion. They got this one cat. Their mansion's a glorified litter box for that cat because it will shit right there on the stove.
Are you kidding?
They have caught it and spanked its ass multiple times, but it does it. It's a bitch. You think Voodoo's a bitch? She doesn't do shit like that. She just smacks the other cats around a bit.
That's just insane. No, I think I would have done something with that cat.
$1 million litter box. Poop poop be doop.
That's insane. That really is. It's just, oh, dear God help us. If you've had experiences with the paranormal, supernatural, encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, for real, if you possibly can guess what the hell it was that has attacked this kitty, we would like to be, on the lookout for whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, for real.
That's...
Someone identify this bite.
Yeah. So, email address, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. It'll be there in the description box.
If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe. And click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all. Have a good.
Know that you're loved.
Yes.
And there's no robot that it's ever going to replace that little face right there.
Ever. No artificial intelligence can replace you, dude.
Nope. So, Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cut.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.